Hello and welcome, this is Permanent Brody back with another Space Engineers video, and today we are reviewing the UN Oblivion, another one of my creations that I do really enjoy. This is a ship that I worked on for quite some time now. It's a diplomatic multi-purpose vessel, a deep space vessel basically. You can be in space for several years with this without problems. And it's heavily inspired by both Star Trek and some ships from what's it called again? Star Citizen. Let's start with the fun parts. Let's see here. We have some Gatling guns here, one of those huge PDCs, you know. Those are hooked up with welders, and also some welders there for the gyroscopes. We have 4 of them in total, 2 on top, 2 in the back, I guess. No, not the back. Underneath. We also have 1 huge railgun turret there and 2 smaller ones underneath. And 1 little Gatling turret there for extra protection. I don't know, I thought it looked good with a smaller one as well. We do also have in total 20 M8 destroyer missiles tubes in this ship, and that is quite a substantial amount. We will fire them on a target later, or will we? And we also have 4 M1s, 2 on this side and 2 on the other side, and several interior turrets to fend off any intruders. Sorry about that one. This ship also has a really cool nacelle design that I worked a long time on. I do love the greebling here and how it turned out. It offers extra protection and makes it more lightweight, as it's not just one whole armor block. Or blob of blocks, whatever you want to call it. It also has substantial solar sails on the sides to give it the extra power it needs for recharging the batteries if uranium is nowhere to be found. It also has quite a good thruster pack in the back here, a decent amount of thrusters in every direction, and of course a huge hydrogen thrusters there in the back, currently offline. So without further ado, you can also land on planets, but you'll have to do some tricky maneuvering to get it done, but it can, but you need skills. But for exactly that purpose, we do have a shuttle here where I transport little shuttle here to land on planets, and it works quite well, I have to say. It's a hybrid between atmospheric, hydrogen, and ion thrusters. So without further ado, let's head into this monstrosity via the docking port in the back. There we go. Now we have this very dark and ominous hallway leading up to the conference room. This is where we will perform our diplomatic missions by having them come on board immediately by there, and then having them come to the conference room. If there are any problems, we will sit down and discuss them, because that's who we are. We do not just fire at people. We do that too, but you see what I mean. It's also equipped with a clock and a bright future, because that's what we're here for, because we want a bright future. I'm not gonna climb up this, but pretend I did. Here we have the observation deck, which you can sit down and have a beer with your mates and look at the view as you're traveling through deep space. Over there you can also see the Hangar Bay. Yes. Let's head on into engineering to see how it looks in here. Very red, as engineering should be. Here you have the screen, which shows the large reactor and the 5 smaller redundancy reactors. Well, you also have the huge reactor inside here with a door leading in for maintenance. This is all heavy armor protected, by the way. Here you have all the 75 batteries on this ship. It's quite a lot, I know, but it's necessary. Here you have all the thrusters displayed here. They're how much, if they're okay or not, I guess. And here all the con containers and how much percentage has been filled up. The jump drives and their readiness level. And of course some lab stations for doing some advanced research, I guess. Now if we head on up here, we'll come to the cross section of the ship. This is where the end meets the beginning, I guess. And if we go down here, we will arrive at the crew quarters. In here we have the basic crew quarters for the crewmates. And on the other side we have the senior officer crew quarters. You can also, of course, fit this with even more things, of course. In here we have a recreational area with both a kitchen and, well, a clank coke machine. And some tables to keep you entertained. Now, if we head out here, we do have our little seating area here where you can look down into space, which is nice. Got some nice planets down there. Now, if you continue, we will get to the main ship junction here, where we have our CSC bridge, whatever you want to call it. And here is the Armory, or not. This is not the Armory. This is the missile launch bay. You can see all the M8s there. They are all on welders, of course. So this is basically more for maintenance, but I'm gonna slap some other things in here for fun, like I've done here. It's computing center. There's some timer blocks, etc. Now, I do want to save the bridge for last, because that's the coolest part. Oh yes, the other side here, of course. Here is the actual armory and medbay. Here you have a little armory where you can get your guns and shit. I have not updated everything with the new, what's it called again, with the newest Warfare Engineer update, but I will eventually. So here you can sit down and have a chat with your doc about your deepest problems and issues about being in deep space. And here we can scan you if you do have any problems, so you can sit down and wait if you want to, or you can have a appearance change, which I am actually going to do right now, because I do love the hexagon suit. Ah, look at that. Beautiful. Anyway, let's continue on. Up here we do have the, what's it called again? The life support systems. Everything is hooked up here. It's not really beautiful exactly in here yet, but it will be okay. It's a work in progress, but it is finished. In here we also have the other side of the missile bay launchers. This is the way it's gonna look on the other side as well after it's finished, but well, you see. And I have some airtightness problems, but that will also be all figured out by the time this goes to the workshop. Now let's head down to the hangar and take a look around. Up here is the mess hall, another ship junction, and of course we have the red alert lights. So here we have two small miners with, well, they are enough for this ship, I guess, so you don't need anything more. This ship will also be equipped with 2 welder ships and 2 grinder ships. It can also support a rover down here. So if you do choose to land this monstrosity on a planet, well, you have a rover to go explore. And you can, well, did these ships take out from... Yes, there. Now to the mess hall. The mess hall is, well, for you to hang around with your mates and have another clan coke and discuss the future of the realm. Or the Empire, the Federation, whatever you want. If you do want to conquer space, that is totally up to you. Now, for the bridge CIC, what you've all been waiting for. Voila! We have the whip's ship integrity systems here, so you can stay tuned on any damage that may or may not come into your ship. We also have the radar system to alert you of any incoming enemies, and of course, the beautiful faction logo. You can choose to do this as, like, however you want. Now that's more like it. That's the proper logo for the ship. Okay, let's move on. So you see you have a nice hallway leading up to the flight deck. Here you also have some screens showing you information necessary for survival, I guess. Reactor jump drives and all the thrusters necessary, all the main thrusters anyway. Here you have the flight seat, where the pilot will be sitting. And if you go around back here, you have the shuttle. Let's power the bad boy up, shall we? You see, I quite like this this little shuttle. It's nice and compact, and it works just the way it should do. It's pretty fast as well, and has a Gatling turret for defense, of course. So if you do get attacked, you will have a small ship as well to escape in. Of course, only for 3 crewmates. The rest of them will take the mining ships to try and escape. Or if you do want to explore worlds, this is the perfect ship to do so with, because it can fly perfectly in atmosphere. atmospheric environments as well as in space. It's a nice little thing, isn't it? Anyway, I do absolutely love how it turned out. I love the way the shapes work together, and what I do love the most is the nacelle wing design, with some incorporated thrusters in there, protected. So this is the UEN Oblivion, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. That would greatly support the channel, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Now, peace out, bros, and do what you want in life. It's important. Okay? Kisses to you guys. Mwah!